Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network for this evening's presentation of WPIAL non-conference boys varsity basketball. Not basketball, Jake. It's volleyball season now.
We are out on the basketball is played on these courts.
You know, I was looking at center court there, and I'm thinking basketball, but there's a net there. So, no, it is volleyball tonight between the host Armstrong Riverhawks and the visiting Mars Fightin Planets. Tonight's game is sponsored by High Top Sports Network's official social media sponsor, Shellhammer Atwood and Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions. Visit them at tgif.solutions for all your insurance needs. My name is Josh Schreckengoss, joined by the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Jake DeLuca.
It's a lot of superlatives, but, here I am, ready
You're
for another.
You're a super guy.
I try.
Worthy of superlatives. But before we get started here, we're going to break for the national anthem. And we are about to get this one started. Armstrong comes into this match 2-2 on the season. Started the year 0-2 with losses to Greater Latrobe and Plum, but has rattled off 2 straight wins, those against Central Catholic and Penn Hills. So the Riverhawks on a little bit of a winning streak here. Mars comes in with a 2-3 overall record, but 2-0 in section play. The Riverhawks play in 3A Section 3, the Fightin Planets in 2A Section 2. So the starting lineups being announced here for Mars. It'll be Carson Owens, number 1, senior outside hitter. Colton Riska, number 2, freshman, libero. Number 5, Tyler Robb, freshman, middle hitter. Number 17, Andrew Riska, senior outside hitter. Number 21, Jesse Sines, senior setter. Number 24, Connor Tomsick, sophomore middle hitter. And number 25, Ryan Mitchell, a junior middle hitter. And we are getting the Riverhawks starting lineups right now. Looks like, we're getting the I think we're getting the whole varsity team introduced here. And out there is number 27, Josh Hiles. He is a senior and the team captain here for these Riverhawks. Also, I believe we will have Nathan Rosenberger, Jonathan Yancey, Camden Buhite, Sean Feliciano, Carter Kioski, and Dylan Toy to round out the Armstrong starting lineup. Jake, you got to see these guys against Penn Hills, is that correct? Long game, huh?
Yeah. I mean, the JV started us off and kind of gave you the idea of what type of game we were in for. And, I got a chance to talk to Hedge before that game. We both kind of had the same feeling that one was going to go the distance. And both the JV and varsity went to their fullest extent. The JV finished in 3 sets and then the varsity in 5. And you know what? That Armstrong showed me a lot in that win was the ability to stay strong, stay resilient. They found themselves down 2-0 early on, losing the first set 27-25 in a really close game. And then the second one fell behind and lost by 7 at the end of the day. But to be able to come back from that and to win 3 straight sets against a team that kind of mirrors you in a lot of ways shows a lot of this growth. And you mentioned, they started off this season, Armstrong did, with 2 losses, have rattled off 2 straight. And that's kind of the thing that Coach Hedgeland was talking about. This team is a team that doesn't have a lot of experience behind them. So every game that I've gotten to watch them, I see a progress.
Yeah, I spoke to Hedge. You and I did that Plum game together, and, they were coming off a straight sets loss to Greater Latrobe and lost in straight sets to the Mustangs. And as you said, resiliency, have been able to turn it around. And I think in those first couple of games, Hedge told us that he was trying to find his rotation, and these guys were trying to get familiar with their positioning. And only 2 players with varsity experience coming into this year, and Kioski's going to start it off for the Riverhawks serving. There is an attack and a kill by Carson Owens, so Mars on the board first.
Yeah, Owens with a crack there. Nobody was going to get in the way of that, and that was against one of the better servers here for Armstrong. Carter Kioski did a great job from the service line against Penn Hills the last time I saw them here.
And jump serve incoming. Jesse Signs unable to get it over the net. Service error, so a point to Armstrong. Dylan Toy heading to the service line for the Riverhawks. Hiles will sub in. And out of the game is Yancey for the moment. Toy's service. Played into the net and just over by Mars. Toy able to set up Buhite. That's off the block and out of bounds. So Camden Buhite going to get a kill right there. And Mars unable to get the angle on the block. We talked about that during that Plum game, trying to find a way to attack the block so the ball bounces out of bounds. And a bad set there by Mars. So Riverhawks a couple of points in a row here.
It's taking it back a point now whenever Camden got that kill, Camden Buhite got that kill. This is just his first year of volleyball experience. And, we know his great athleticism came to fruition on the soccer field, but he's just a great athlete overall. You saw it on that last kill as that ball flies into the net there, Josh.
Yeah, Owens unable to redirect that kill attempt across the net, so comes up a little bit short. Riverhawks will get another point. That's a 3-0 run for Armstrong. Toy continuing to serve. Back row played there by Riska, and a double touch ball handling error by the Fightin Planets. So as we saw in the JV match before this, Jake, the Riverhawks made quick work of the Fightin Planets, and it was a bunch of runs, big runs by the Armstrong JV team. Let's see if the varsity can duplicate that. And there's an error by the Riverhawks. Buhite set a little too in front of Nathan Rosenberger there, and the freshman middle blocker unable to do anything with that. So point to the Fightin Planets. Owens going to serve right here. Just gets it across. Kioski digs it out. And a free ball here just played across by Carter Kioski. Feliciano, good dig in the back row, but in between Toy and Buhite. And that one falls in for another point. Mars down now 5-3. Owens continuing to serve here for the Fightin Planets. Back row again. Kioski. Toy tries to set it back to Buhite. Just a free ball across there. And Owens from the back row. Good kill attempt by him. That was a strong kill by Carson Owens.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Armstrong just on a 3-0 run. Mars doing the same here, bringing it back to within 1. And one of the most important parts of the game, serve, receive, really makes a difference. We're seeing both teams early on here struggling a little bit with that part of the game, so we'll see if that continues throughout here.
Well, Rosenberger tried to get it across right there, but in his way, middle blocker Connor Tomsick knocking down Rosenberger's attempt. So tied up at 5 here. Owens with the serve, back row, Buhite to Toy, and he just plays it across, but they're going to get a lift, I believe, or over the net, excuse me. Toy on the Mars side of the net to play that ball, so violation against the Riverhawks. Owens going right at Carter Kioski every serve. Free ball there by Hiles. And a good dig there by Kioski on the kill attempt by Riska. Hiles just going to play it across. Free ball pancake right there by Owens. Got a hand underneath it. But Mars unable to play it across. Good diving attempt there by Carson Owens from the back row. And got that hand flattened on the court, Jake, and able to pop it up. But
yeah, but what a good kill there by Hiles. You know, not all the power in the world there, but just able to pick his spot and find the weak point in the defense.
There's Feliciano. He'll play it across. And Mars going to get a chance to set up. Get Owens from the back row, and he kind of pulled off that one. I think he might have jumped in the wrong spot, and that ball wasn't where his arm swing was coming through. So that one comes up short for Owens and the Fightin' Planets. 7-6 now. Buhite service across to Riska. Going to be played here. Riska with the kill attempt. Dig by Buhite off the rafter. Bad break for the Riverhawks right there, as Toy was unable to get back to play it after it hit the supports here. Roof of Armstrong. That stinks.
Yeah, it's always hard to predict the bounce it's going to take off the heavens up there, Josh.
I'll tell you what, you know, we've covered some volleyball in some small gyms. This is a pretty large gym, higher ceiling, as that serve goes out of bounds. But, you know, we've seen some wacky bounces, especially, you know, in that I believe it was a Heritage Conference Championship game we covered up at Northern Cambria again for West Shamokin girls. And that ball was just flying all over the place as that serve goes out of bounds for the Riverhawks. So we tie up again here at 8. But, Jake, I was going to say that a couple of years ago I covered a state playoff game at Clarion area. I don't know if you've ever been in that gym, but, I mean, it feels like the ceiling is right on top of you. Heil is going to be long here to the near side and out of bounds. So, .2, Fightin' Planets.
A lot of lead changes and ties throughout this first set here, Josh.
Yeah, back and forth. Tyler Robb serves it across here. Heil's just going to play a free ball. And the Mars Libero. That's Colton Riska. Feliciano, just a little push. That's going to fall in. Smart heads-up play by Sean Feliciano. Gets that little push and a kill. And I got to say, Jake, Feliciano coming in with the fresh cornrows. It's the early season Stephen Curry do, man.
Yeah, you know, and you look good, you play good, you feel good. Something along those lines. And those are definitely some tight rows there, Josh.
Tight rows indeed. Feliciano got that kill, and that will fly out of bounds. That was Andrew Riska trying to go across the grain here, out of bounds on the near sideline. So Riverhawks back on top, 10-9. And Hiles will continue to serve. And that kill attempt will come up short. That attack, Tyler Kearney, unable to get it across.
Yeah, just mishit it there. Didn't look like he got all of it. Maybe mistimed his jump.
Yeah, might have got a palm. You know, it makes a different sound when you get your open hand on it as opposed to just the palm. Feliciano tries to go back row. He saw the Mars defense kind of sucking up there, but just a little bit too long from Sean Feliciano. So back to a 1-point game here. And this will be Andrew Riska right at Kioski. And we're going to get a double touch on the Riverhawks. And that one goes against Jonathan Yancey. So another tie, Jake.
Yeah, you could hear that double hit from all the way up here, Josh. No denying that one. And like you said, another tie in this one.
Well, Feliciano off the block right there. Colton Riska tries to play it as he's falling back. And I think Coach might have told him while he was sitting there on his backside, hey, don't try and play that across right there. Just try and play it back to your teammates. And another kill for the Riverhawks right there, getting pumped up. And that was Jackson Claypool. Fresh into this one, so Riverhawks up 2. Feliciano serves, trying to drop that one in. And Owens just a hammer right there. Carson Owens, boy, they get him set up, and he's got that, you know, kind of prototypical outside hitter body, you know, long, lanky, and you get that arm swinging over the top right there, generates a lot of power, and we've seen that already out of Owens a couple of times in this first set.
Yeah, a couple of great kills, and you saw another example of it right there. You talked about the prototypical kind of build, and you see that swing of the arm.
Oh, Kioski able to somehow dig that kill by Owens, and it skimmed the top of the net. I think it caught Mars off guard that Kioski got down there for that dig, and it was going back across. I think they might have thought it was going to be into the net, hit the top, and dropped in. So good play there by Carter Kioski, and a good serve by Kioski. Little push there by Mars is going to fall in, and that was Tomsick. Going back to that dig by Kioski, I mean, you got to get down, you got to get low on that. I mean, that was a perfect swing by Owens right there, but Kioski able to dig it out and somehow get it across and drop it in.
Yeah, textbook example of sacrificing the body for the point there, Josh.
And jump serve incoming from Jesse Signs. Feliciano in the back row, Dylan Toy, and Kioski will play a free ball across. And trying to set up Owens again, two-handed push. Feliciano is there. Toy to Buhite. Buhite with a little push. And Owens just going to play it across. Back to Feliciano, Dylan Toy. Another setup for Buhite. And he gets it into the teeth of the Mars block, and they get it across, and Rosenberger and Buhite right there. I'm not sure who got the net violation. I think it was Rosenberger, but that one will go against the Riverhawks. So we're tied again, Jake. Another tie here in this first set, 14-all. And, just gets it over there. Was Signs. And back to Owens, setting him up, and Kioski unable to dig that one out as Carson Owens gets yet another kill.
Yeah, and you could start to see who the go-to guy is here for this Fightin' Planets team. They want to be able to set up Owens at any given opportunity, and they've been doing that more and more the later we go on through this set. You can definitely tell he's the player to watch for on this Fightin' Planets team.
Well, Feliciano, good one-handed diving dig attempt, but too close to the net for Dylan Toy to get to. So Mars now on top by a couple as they've been able to fight back from a deficit here and take the lead.
Yeah, I don't think they've held any larger than a 1-point lead throughout this one. They got that first point, but weren't really able to build off of it.
And Feliciano from the back row just a little too strong. Armstrong going to be able to play it across. That's Kioski. And a free ball falls in right there. Armstrong miscommunication. Maybe that was Andrew Riska able to drop that free ball in, and now Mars on a little bit of a run. So Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland takes his first time out. And while we have a moment, I'd like to thank one of our great sponsors here on High Top Sports Network, Battery Warehouse Plus. Spring is here, and Battery Warehouse Plus is ready to power you and your family through any outdoor activity, work, or play. Whether you're in need of commercial, heavy-duty, industrial, or farm, Battery Warehouse Plus carries a complete supply of power sources so that you can get the job done right. Battery Warehouse Plus also stocks motorcycle, ATV, UTV, and boat batteries so that you can enjoy all the outdoors has to offer. Best of all, they'll never sell you a new battery until they test your old one first. Check out Battery Warehouse Plus in Katanning at 13613 State Route 422, right here by the high school, or visit their Butler location at 469 West Cunningham Street. Battery Warehouse Plus, your one-stop battery shop. So, Fightin' Planets, Jake, as I said, on a little bit of a run. Kind of forced Coach Hedgeland into taking that timeout just to try and slow things down a little bit. See how his team responds coming out of that TO. Signs will serve. Toy setting up Buhite. Not a good angle for him. Good dig by Connor Riska. And that was Colton Riska. There's a Colton, a Carson, and a Connor out there from Mars right now. So apologies for mixing up the guys with first names that start with a hard C.
The initials stay the same, Josh. Not sure about the middle one, but at least the first and last one.
So Toy will try and set up Buhite again, and they get it down that time, and Armstrong able to stop this Mars run and get it back to a 3-point game here in the first set as Hines will check back in.
Yeah, big time kill
Hiles,
from big time kill there from Buhite. A much needed point for this Armstrong team as you mentioned earlier. Fightin' Planets started to go on a little bit of a run here.
And Owens blocked right there. Good block by Buhite. They're going to try and set him up again, and Buhite got hands on that one, but out of bounds. So a point and another kill for Carson Owens and the Fightin' Planets. Got that first block, Jake, but the second one couldn't get those hands square. Owens across, Kioski to Toy. Setting up Hiles. That's off the block. And Mars plays a free ball across. Feliciano to Toy. Rosenberger tries it. Blocked back. And just going to be a free ball across here by Buhite. Good rally here between these two teams. Free ball across by Rosenberger. And going to have to play another free one. Buhite got a decent attack on that. Mars able to block it up. And that's going to be a ball handling error, double touch on Mars's Tyler Robb.
Yeah, and you hate to see a good rally end that way, Josh. This team's battling back and forth, but sometimes that's just the way the ball bounces.
So Buhite will serve here for the Riverhawks. That is off the line judge over there. I think that's Logan Cox. And out of bounds, so Mars up 20-16 here in the first set. And serving for the Fightin' Planets will be Connor Tomsick. And that's off Feliciano for an ace. Tomsick extending the Fightin' Planets lead here in the first set to 5. 21-16 now. And Tomsick serves. Ooh, that might have been a little bit long. Played by Kioski. Toy to Feliciano. That's blocked back, and Feliciano just threw the left hand out there, and if he didn't do that, that ball comes down out of bounds for an Armstrong point. Costly mistake right there by the Riverhawks, but you know what? That's just I think a lack of experience right there, Jake. You know, you see the ball come back at you, you want to throw your arm out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just an instinctual move there, you know, almost like a reflex.
Yeah, and oh man alive. Tomsick getting some love from the volleyball gods on that serve. Right inside the pin, off the net, and the backspin just drops just in bounds here on the near sideline. So Mars in control now. That one sails long. So the Riverhawks going to get another shot here to try and close this gap. Down 6. And Rosenberger to the line. Service by Rosenberger. And that's blocked up by Hiles at the net. Feliciano just going to play it across. Owens back row. Set by Signs, and that's Owens from the back row. Nothing doing there, and a bad set, and across the net it looked like, but they're going to say no. I thought Tyler Robb might have been over the net there, but that will ultimately be a point for Mars here, and now we are at game point here in the first set. And Tyler Robb back to the line here for Mars. His serve to Kioski. Toy, Feliciano. Good push by Feliciano. Smart. 2 men over there ready to block. That was Mitchell. And I believe Signs, I'm not sure. I definitely saw Mitchell, but Feliciano, smart play right there to not try and attack that block. Just push it over the top and drop it in. So Josh Hiles, the team captain, serving with this first set on the line. Oh, good diving dig by Buhite right there. Free ball across by Hiles. Signs setting up Owens in the back row. Good dig by Buhite. Riverhawks keep it alive. Kioski plays it across. Little misplay right there by Colton Riska, and that is unable to be played by Andrew Riska after Owens picked up Colton Riska's first hit. So Riverhawks still alive here, down 5.
Yeah, and that point, I mean, just goes to the efforts of Camden Buhite. 2 digs on that point. I mean, really kept them alive.
Well, that'll do it for the first set as Ryan Mitchell powers it through the block of Jackson Claypool. So the Fightin' Planets take the first set by a score of 25-19. And we are going to take a quick break. between sets here. Quick commercial break. Hear from some of our fantastic sponsors on High Top Sports Network. For Jake DeLuca, my name is Josh Schreckengoss. We'll be right back in a few.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
Our meat crew has our meat cage standing tall. Every day we cut fresh, every single day. We have great quality, we have great prices. You don't want to miss out, so make sure you come down and check us out. And also, look for our Facebook page, #SaveOnMeat. We have a ton of great giveaways every week involving meat. You're not going to want to miss that either. We also have Chef Paul prepared sushi every day fresh. And Sushi Wednesdays, $5 sushi rolls. And you can win by liking and sharing on our Facebook page, Sushi Madness shirt. Thanks for all the support out there, everyone. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
With over 40 years of experience, Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing tables and 3-tier cheese ball cakes. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order, and be sure to check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Mention High Top Sports Network when you book your next event to receive a special 10% discount.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network for this evening's presentation of WPIAL non-conference boys varsity volleyball. Not basketball, which I said in the open. That was a mistake, obviously. And Mars took the first set of this one, 25-19. And they will have service to start the second set. Jake's back.
I made it.
You made it, man. That was, were you running?
No, I just,
A saunter, a quick jog.
just, power walking it, if you will.
Hey, man, I respect the professionalism back here in time for this second set. Jake DeLuca, and it's not close, let me tell you, folks.
Hey, back in my day, I'd like to think I ran a 4.40.
So the first set of the second set, first serve of the second set, by Jesse Signs. That goes off Feliciano and up into one of the basketball hoops that are pulled up to the ceiling here for the first point of the set. So tell you what, Signs was really good from the service line in that first set and already wreaking havoc here in the beginning of the second set. Just seems like Armstrong having a little trouble. Oh, and off the rafters again right there. Kioski able to play that free ball. It's going to be right at the line, played by Mars. And Owens set up again. U-height there, and again off the ceiling. And I'll tell you what, Owens is hitting it with such force, Jake, that even if you get down in proper dig position, it's flying. And, I mean, a couple off the rafters in that sequence.
Yeah, there's not much chance you have at fielding a clean ball off of Owens's kill attempts are really just about anything he does. He always places it in a strange way, and then the power you mentioned too. Just tough to receive.
Well, I'll tell you what, between Signs' service and Owens' kills, and he gets one right there as he goes completely across the grain from the far side to the near side here, and Armstrong had the block all shifted toward that far side, and Owens just played it across, so another kill by him. But I'll tell you what, between Signs' service and Owens' attacks, I mean, it's tough sledding right now for Armstrong. Feliciano Gonna play it across. Colton Riska digs it. And Tomsick right there for the block is Connor Tomsick.
Yeah, and Mars picking up right where they left off at the end of that first set, seemed to capture all of the momentum so far early on here, coming off in the second set with 4 straight points.
I'd like to know how many service points Signs had in that first set. Feliciano, that's a good dig right there by Colton Riska, and they're going to get
double hit, I think.
Yeah, Mars is going to be called for the double touch. A good effort by Colton Riska. However, Armstrong on the board with their first point of the set. Nathan Rosenberger heading to the line for the Riverhawks. He gets it across. And Owens set up right there off the block, and Buhite able to play it. And that ball was set up behind Jackson Claypool. And if you give Mars an opportunity to set up that offense, they're going right to Carson Owens. And tell you what, he has been delivering so far tonight.
Yeah, especially from that far side outside hitter position. You see him mainly attacking from that far side. I don't really remember too many times I've seen him coming in on that near side, Josh.
Well, Owens with a strong serve there, and rejected by the net was Andrew Riska, and he had an opportunity right there. Armstrong had their back turned, and I think Riska was just trying to play it a little too quickly and got it into the top of that net, but that was the right play by him. Just needed about 6 more inches.
Yeah, just wanted that quick drop as the defense had its back turned, but found his way into the net instead.
So back row, Owens just going to push it across here. Kioski trying to set up Feliciano. He tries that push, but Mars in position. And Andrew Riska pushes it out of bounds to the far sideline. So Riverhawks here, we're down 4-0 to start this second set. It battled back a little bit, 5-3 now.
And John Yancey, who just served that, kind of had to do a little salsa to avoid the ball coming out of bounds on that last point.
Salsa. Well, that's set by Dylan Toy behind Jackson Claypool. So attack error there by the Riverhawks. Gives service back to the Fightin' Planets and Connor Tomsick to the line. And served across Kioski, Toy, Claypool, and a good dig in the back row by Owens. And Buhite, his dig off of Riska's kill attempt, played across, but now Feliciano's going to get a chance into the block. Dylan Toy throws an arm out, but unable to get there was Jonathan Yancey, so a point to the Fightin' Planets there. This Mars team undefeated in section play, Class 2A, Section 2, and Buhite, he's kicking himself for that one. That was just indecision right there. He should not have played it. He knew it, but it got a piece of his body, and a point to Mars. So Armstrong head coach Greg Hedgeland taking another timeout with his team down 8-3. We'll stick right here. And we will thank another great sponsor here on HTSN. That's Shop and Save. The weather is warming up, and you know what that means. It's time to grill it. Stop into Franklin Village Shop and Save and Fuel Center and grab all your grilling essentials. Right now, boneless, skinless chicken breasts or thighs are buy one, get one free. Same goes for boneless center-cut pork loin chops and 15-ounce packages of Ballpark Meat Franks. Both buy one, get one free. A value pack of 75% lean ground beef is just $1.99 a pound. Those are coming 3-pound packs, Jake, in case you were wondering. Don't forget to stock up on drinks with 3 2-liter Pepsi products at just $5 and 8 packs of 20-ounce Gatorade bottles, 2 for just $11. Always save on gas with fuel perks. Come on in to Franklin Village Shop and Save and Fuel Center today. It's grill time, Jake.
I've never met a Frankfurter I didn't like.
Amen to that, brother. I like those ballpark ones, too. You know what they say? They plump when you cook them.
They do. They do.
I think that was Ballpark's slogan.
It was one of them. It was definitely Ballpark.
Didn't Michael Jordan, or didn't he used to do Ballpark Frank commercials? I'm going to say he did. For some reason, that's in my brain. Back to the action. Feliciano going to get an,
what
good.
what do you call that, Josh?
You call it a point for the Riverhawks, I'm not sure
I
if it's a
think you
point
just
or
call
not.
it,
That
just
ball-
redo it.
Yeah, that is a redo. And that ball up and lodged under the main hoop here. And, yeah, the double thumbs up by the officials right there. That ball lodged
Whew.
between the backboard and the support of the basketball hoop, which has been obviously drawn up to the ceiling. So I'll tell you what, Mars catching a break right there.
Yeah, no doubt about that, because I don't know how they were going to recover from that one.
And Feliciano going to give it a shot, and that is long on the attack by Sean Feliciano. So point to Mars, and I'll tell you what, that's a little bit of a swing right there coming out of that timeout. You know, you're the Riverhawks, you do everything right, you want to get that point. And instead, freak play goes the other way. And Mars into the net. Oh, excuse me, 4 hits by the Hawks. My mistake there. I thought Mars was in the net. Called it too early. Got to wait for the stripes. Toy to Feliciano, and he gets it off the block of Mitchell, and that will drop in for a much-needed point for this Armstrong team. Now down 10-4, excuse me, as Feliciano heads to the service line for Armstrong. And back row, Owens, what a kill by him, and that is just a dart placed perfectly. Nothing Feliciano could do with that.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't stop him. And right there, showing off the power and the accuracy from about that middle row there, Josh. You know, we saw him a lot on that near net presence on the far side, but they're showing off the kill potential from mid-range.
So keep it going here. Buhite, he comes up short and into the net. Attacking error by the Riverhawks. So this one's starting to slip away from Armstrong a little bit. 12-8. Fightin' Planets on top of the second set. And Yancey plays it forward, and Claypool kind of got in the way of his teammate there. Dylan Toy tried to fight his way around Claypool and could not take the pass from Yancey. So 13-4 now. Mars up by 9. Toy setting up Buhite and Owens back row. They're going to set up Andrew Riska instead. He just pushes it across. Buhite, attack error again by Buhite, and he kicks the official's ladder there a little bit out of frustration. Obviously not meant toward the official, just frustrated.
Not sure if I've ever seen anybody get teed up at a volleyball game.
You know, it's definitely happened. I don't know if they call them technical fouls, but I've definitely seen people get warned. And there is Owens with another kill. That one off of Carter Kioski as he tried to, you know, dig it out. As I'll tell you what, man. Owens, not only does he have the power, it's the placement that's been really impressive to me tonight.
Yeah, and you saw kind of the best case scenario right there. You know, you try to dig it out as Kioski did there, but just so much force that comes off of those kills from Owens. It just ends up flying.
Well, that right there, you can see whenever everything clicks for the Riverhawks, they have a pretty solid offense. That was a good pass by Kioski off the serve up to Toy. And he set up Claypool to where Claypool could kind of swing his hand almost backward behind his head to find an opening in that Mars defense for a point. And Rosenberger into the block of Mitchell. Mars able to play it up. Rosenberger there again. And that is going to be...
Double hit there.
Yeah, double touch on the Fightin' Planets. So Riverhawks have the serve here. Carter Kioski at the line. Sends it across. Andrew Riska. That's Mitchell. He's unable to put it down. Buhite just kind of underhanded it. Pretty close to a lift right there. But off the block of the Fightin' Planets and out of bounds. So Riverhawks catch a break. No call there because it looked like Buhite's hand was completely underneath that ball. And Andrew Riska, and they are going to call that one out.
That was a close one there,
Oh,
Josh.
baby. That one might have a little orange on it.
Yeah, that one danced on the line there.
So Kioski continues to serve here. Toy sets up Buhite, and he pounds it into the Mars block. That was between Signs and Mitchell, and it falls in on the Mars side of the court. So point for the Riverhawks as Kioski continues to serve. And he sends that one just long and out of bounds for the service error. So got a couple of points back there, Jake, but run comes to a halt with that service error.
Yeah, on that point off of the attempted block there, you saw them just go straight up with their hands. That's why they always tell you to keep them kind of curved over the net. That way you can kind of block it back onto the other side. They didn't do that, and that resulted in a point. But meanwhile, here we go, Josh.
Yep, Mars able to get one to drop in right there. And Andrew Riska continues to serve. And Yancey tried to pass that one forward to Dylan Toy, but a little too much on the pass by Yancey from the back row. Gets into the net, and Armstrong unable to play it. So point to Mars. Feliciano passes to Kioski. Kioski back across Buhite. Just going to one-hand it over. Setting up Mitchell here. Good dig by Yancey. Toy. Buhite, into the officials' ladder, and that's nearly knocked it over. And it's 4 hits on the Riverhawks as Buhite went into the perch right there with some ferocity. We saw Armstrong's Cassidy Adams knock it over. Not in a game, though. There was not an official in it. It was during warm-ups.
Yeah, that one came close. That
it was up on, looked like it was up on one wheel or
for a minute or so.
Yeah.
That thing was floating with danger for a while.
And that attempt by Rosenberger going to sail long, so Mars in complete control of this second set. Coach Hedge going to take another timeout here as the Fightin' Planets hold a 20-9 lead over the Riverhawks here in set number 2 after taking the first set by a score of 25-19. Jake, I'd like to thank Steffi's Country Catering. With over 40 years of experience, Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing tables and 3-tier cheeseball cakes. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order. And be sure to check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Mention High Top Sports Network to receive a special 10% discount when you book your next event. That's Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian.
Yeah, Josh, and those Sunday specials, they go quick, man. I tell you what, you try to get one, and by the time you
Order
call
early.
down, and it's out. And, I mean, it's great food. It speaks for itself. You know, if you've seen our commercial, you've seen some of the stuff that Steffi's Country Catering has to offer. Mouth-watering stuff, Josh.
Yeah, and I've said it a couple of times on the air during different broadcasts. You know, I know Terry very well. We know him very well, and he has done a lot of events for my church. And I've had those Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara, and they are delicioso. I like the red velvet ones, Jake. They're
you
fantastic.
can never go wrong with red velvet.
Well, out of the timeout, the serve by Andrew Riska heads into the net, so Riverhawks catch a point. And Dylan Toy going to head back to the service line for the Riverhawks. And they have to make a run right here, down 20-10 in set number 2. Good serve by Toy. Buhite. Toy and Rosenberger, he'll get a kill as Mitchell was a little too far back from the net right there. And that's what happens, you know. You got to be right up on it without touching it because if you're back just a little bit, you see what happens. Rosenberger able to get it into Mitchell's hands, and it falls in front. And here's Owens blocked out of bounds by Rosenberger and Hiles. So that point, we'll head to the Fightin' Planets and another kill for Carson Owens, the senior outside hitter. And he's having a night.
Yeah, and you saw Owens, as soon as he heard it hit off of the front row there of Armstrong, he knew that was good, watched it go out of bounds, and celebrated accordingly.
Well, Ryan Mitchell, his serve goes long, so point to the Riverhawks, Camden Buhite at the line. And Owens, just kind of a sidearm hit there, nearly fell in. Free ball played across by Feliciano. And they're setting up Owens. That not a good set right there by Jesse Signs. Double touch violation called against the Mars setter. Also a senior. I'm sure he and Owens have worked together extensively throughout their high school careers. And a back set, that time by Signs. And you know what? Owens, he had the right idea there. That was the smart play. Instead of the big swing, but he just pushed it right into the net. So Riverhawks now down just 7, making a little bit of a comeback here. Good serve by Buhite. Free ball played across here. Armstrong's going to get a chance, set up the offense. Here's Hiles. And that will drop in, so a kill by Josh Hiles. A little fired up here. The Riverhawks not rolling over, Jake.
Yeah, they were down 11 just moments ago, and now here they find themselves down 6. They're fighting through after that timeout, really came out looking to make an impact, come back on this game, and they've done all they can to dig in here.
And just played across. Armstrong going to get a chance. Feliciano across to Colton Riska. He's able to set up the offense. Here's Owens off the block, and another kill for Carson Owens. Standout offensive performance by this young man in the first 2 sets.
Yeah, he's been as close to a guarantee as you can get when you see him rising up for a kill. Just impeccable out here tonight.
So Mars now 3 points away from taking set number 2. And Signs back to the line. And his serves have given the Riverhawks problems. There's Rosenberg, and he's unable to get it across right there. 4 hits on the Hawks, and Camden Buhite, the senior, telling Nathan Rosenberger, the freshman, hey, just put it across. Don't try and get fancy with it, because I think he got his hand a little turned underneath it trying to place it. So Toy just going to set up Hiles, and he plays it across. And here's Owens. Oh, good dig by Buhite. Gets it back across. And Feliciano right there as that dig attempt from Riska. Too long. Feliciano right there at the net to put it down. Oh, Riverhawks still alive for the time being. Down 7 here. 23-16. Rosenberger at the line. Owens. Signs back to Owens, and he's going to be long. And Dylan Toy had to pull those hands down quickly. He thought about playing that one, but
really quickly retracted those arms.
Yeah, he did. He pulled them back in like Mr. Gadget, or Inspector Gadget. I guess not Mr. Gadget.
Well, you could call him
I guess
Mr.
he is a
Gadget
Mr.
too.
Service error.
I think Inspector might just be his professional name.
That's true, Jake. He was a man. He was
I think that there was also a Mrs. Gadget in the subsequent films.
Are you serious?
I think so.
You know more about this than me. I just remember the cartoon from the 80s. Game point here in set number 2. Feliciano, a little push. And played back across by Mars. And that one at the net. Dylan Toy able to dig it out. Hiles plays it across. Signs. And that is Riska dug out in the back row by Buhite. But across. And here's Owens. Little push. Toy able to get there. Feliciano to Kioski. Free ball. Owens to Signs. And push, but a block right there by Claypool. This rally continues. Free ball played across Kioski to Toy, setting up Claypool. He got up high right there.
Oh, what a dig.
Great dig by Owens, and there's Hiles, and that one falls in. The left-handed kill for Andrew Riska. What a rally between these two teams on set point, but Mars able to ultimately find the kill. So after taking the first set 25-19, Fightin Planets take set number 2 25-17. And Jake Armstrong in familiar territory, as you said, had to battle back against Penn Hills from down 2-0, and they're going to have to do it again tonight if they have a chance for a win. But we will get to that third set after we take a quick commercial break here on this Shellhammer Atwood and Associates Solutions Boys Varsity Volleyball game night. For Jake DeLuca, I'm Josh Schreckengoss. We'll be right back.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood and Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood and Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
Our meat crew has our meat cage standing tall. Every day we cut fresh, every single day. We have great quality, we have great prices. prices you don't want to miss out. So make sure you come down and check us out. And also, look for our Facebook page, #SaveOnMeat. We have a ton of great giveaways every week involving meat. You're not going to want to miss that either. We also have Chef Paul prepared sushi every day fresh. And Sushi Wednesdays, $5 sushi rolls. And you can win by liking and sharing on our Facebook page, Sushi Madness shirt. Thanks for all the support out there, everyone. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
With over 40 years of experience, Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing tables and 3-tier cheese ball cakes. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order, and be sure to check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Mention High Top Sports Network when you book your next event to receive a special 10% discount.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ryan Bowser in Ford City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Armstrong Junior Senior High School. A bit of a wacky situation between sets here as Armstrong Athletic Director Todd Harvey tried to put the main basketball hoop down to get that original game ball back, but then could not find a pole long enough to get the ball free. So the hoop is being powered back up to the ceiling. Game ball still stuck in there between the backboard and the support. It was funny, we love Todd. He does so many great things for us here at High Top Sports Network, but to watch him run around trying to find something long enough to poke that ball out was quite hilarious. And now the hoop is almost back up to the ceiling. Ball still intact, Jake.
Yeah, it almost looks like it belongs in there, Josh.
That'd be distracting if it was basketball season. You know, when you pull up, you want to see clear glass. You want to look at the rim. You don't want to have something distract you. Mars, with the first point of the set, signs back to the line, and his serves have really, really given the Riverhawks some trouble tonight. And Mars, I think, and that's as I'm singing his praises.
It's that old commentator's curse there.
Yeah, Jesse Signs with the double touch, the violation right there. So Dylan Toy going to head to the line for the Riverhawks now, tied at 1 in this third set. And that a little bit too long.
Right there.
Yeah, Mars going to be in the net right there. That was Signs again. And Todd Harvey out from re-raising the hoop.
All in a day's work.
All in a day's work for the Iceman. And Buhite going to play this one.
Might have been able to let that one go.
Yeah, Colton Riska. And here's Owens. Dug out, and that's off the rafters again. And that one actually kind of benefited the Riverhawks as Kioski able to play that free ball across. Here's Owens. And Kioski there again. Toy trying to set up Buhite. Blocked down in front by Connor Tomsick. So for once right there, the structural supports here in the roof kind of benefited the Riverhawks, but ultimately Fightin Planets get the point. And Carson Owens will head to the line, and Kioski had to dive for that. Feliciano and Rosenberger just going to play it across. A little misplay there by Riska. Feliciano played it and heard an out from his team on the sideline there, but ball's still alive. This rally continues. And that one off Feliciano. That one would have definitely been out off the hand of Andrew Riska. So Sean Feliciano got a couple of fingertips on that one and immediately knew that he shouldn't have played it. Tough break for the Riverhawks. And Owens, he tried to go short right there as Dylan Toy was coming up crashing from his position, but Owens unable to get it across. Service error for the Fightin Planets, and we tie up again here at 3 apiece early in this third set. Mars up 2-0 right now. Oh, and that set, I'll tell you what, I think Connor Thompson jumped a little bit too early, Jake, and that set was a little bit onto his, far side, so he went up with the right hand and it kind of had to switch in midair to go to the left, unable to attack. And good serve by Buhite. And that is going to be a kill for Tomsic right there as he played that one from a tough angle across and it drops in. So another tie here in the third set.
Yeah, great effort there, though, by Dylan Toy and Carter Kioski. Both trying to dive and dig that ball out, but just unable to.
So Tomsic will head to the line for the Fightin' Planets. Service incoming here, and that one's going to sail way long. Tomsic got a little too much of that one. And a service error for Mars. Rosenberger heading to the line for the Riverhawks.
Yeah, back and forth we go. This one feeling a lot more like the first set than the second one here.
Yeah. Owens plays that to Signs, and he plays a free ball across. Hiles there. And Feliciano going to get a kill off the block. Mitchell, Feliciano played that one well. Going back across the grain and off the outside left hand of Mitchell on that block. And it falls in. So Riverhawks up 2 now, and that is going to be a service error for Rosenberger. As it comes up short and into the net, Carter Kioski checks back in. And Tyler Robb heading to the line for the Fightin' Planets. Toy setting up Hiles. Good swing by him. And Owens able to dig it out. And that's going to be, I don't know if Tyler Robb knew that was the third hit, but it seemed like he was passing it ahead to the front there, not really trying to play it across, Jake.
Yeah, those are my thoughts exactly, Josh. I don't think he knew that was the third hit there. Looked like he tried to set up his teammate for a better kill attempt, but that one just falls to the wayside, and Armstrong up with a now a 3-point lead.
Well, that
one.
Yeah,
right
that served
inside.
by Hiles. It was kind of like a curveball. It started out in play, and Andrew Riska was kind of just on the sideline watching to see if he had to play it, and it ultimately fell out of bounds. So 7-6, Armstrong leads, and a service error right back by Andrew Riska. So back-to-back service errors, 1 apiece for the Riverhawks and Fightin' Planets. Sean Feliciano to the line for Armstrong. And sends it across, played by Owens. Signs, setting up Owens. And that kill is long. Feliciano laid off that one. And he pulled his hands back immediately.
It's the old fool me once,
Yeah.
fool me twice.
Shame on you. We don't get fooled again, Jake.
No, that time Feliciano not fooled, and they're going to call Buhite into the net there, Josh.
Yeah, and he is frustrated with himself because he had the play right there, Jake. That ball popped up, and it was on the Armstrong side of the net, and he just got his body just a little bit into that net. So a violation on Camden Buhite, and the point goes in favor of Mars. So Ryan Mitchell, junior middle blocker, to the line for Fightin' Planets. His serve. Oh, it's a good serve right at Kioski. Good pass up to Toy. Buhite going to get a chance into the block. And Dylan Toy popped it up there, but kind of got mixed up with Camden Buhite a little bit. And the ball falls in.
Yeah, that's the second play that we've seen the Riverhawks kind of get crossed in their lanes there, kind of running into each other and causing an unforced error. But they make up for it there.
Yeah, good play by Jackson Claypool. And we saw that play before. Toy, not necessarily a quick set, but kind of setting it to a place where Claypool can go toward the near sideline here. And he's dropped it in a couple of times tonight. Good kill by Jackson Claypool. That was served by Kioski. And Owens just going to play it, and he's long again right there. So Owens a little bit long on his last 2 attacks. And the Riverhawks up 3 now. So as they did against Penn Hills in the third set, Armstrong not going down quietly. And here's Owens, and
oh, man.
Get out of the way. The line judge called it out, but the official overruled him. That is in.
Yeah, that one was kind of pinched in between the corner there. Definitely in play. Just another rocket.
Yeah, well, Owens not going for 3 strikes right there. You know, his first 2, well, his last 2 attempts were long, but that one in. And Signs, good serve by him to Yancey. Oh, and blocked down by Connor Tomsick. Nathan Rosenberger trying a kill attempt, but Tomsick right there for the block, and that falls in on the Armstrong side for a point in favor of the Fightin' Planet. Signs continuing to serve here. Sends it across. Feliciano. Now Toy tried the quick push there, but Mars in position. That one off the roof. But Tomsick able to play it across. So Toy tries to set up Buhite, and that hits the pin, the antenna, and out of bounds. So a point for Mars. They retie it here. They were down 3, Jake.
Yeah, down, but never too far away from tying it up or having the lead. And, I mean, they have exactly who they want at the service line here.
And Feliciano, that one's at the net. And there is Tomsick again. And he just waited. I mean, he saw that the whole way off the dig. You know, Feliciano trying to play that serve. That ball popped up right at the net. And Tomsick was there waiting and just pounded it down into the court. So, Coach Greg Hedgeland taking a timeout here for Armstrong. We'd like to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning, and Rural Valley. Life is all about motion, so orthopedic injuries are just a part of life. Phoenix Physical Therapy, Rural Valley, and Katanning will help you recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury by creating a program focused on you. Your life should be pain-free and filled with activities that you love, and with help from Phoenix, you can get there. Schedule 24/7 online at phoenixphysicaltherapy.com or call us today to make your appointment. That's Phoenix Physical Therapy, Katanning, and Rural Valley. Also like to thank Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, located at 151 North McCain Street in downtown Katanning. They feature an unrivaled meat selection and deliver quality ingredients at the most competitive prices around. Be sure to sample the chef-made sushi and stop in for Sushi Madness every Wednesday for rolls for just $5. Jake, you and I love those.
That's where you'll find me on any given Wednesday afternoon for lunch.
Well, Rosenberger going to get a kill right there, but just to finish up my Sprankles read, be sure to check their Facebook page too.
Hashtag
Save on Meat.
Boom.
That's right. Boom. Dude, I'll tell you what, Ryan and the crew down at Sprankles, their Facebook page is just unbelievable. You got a few minutes, just scroll through some of their videos and promotions. They really do a great job on social media, and the best part is they're selling really, really good stuff at those locations in Katanning, Leechburg, and Saxonburg, Jake.
Yeah, they give a lot of great stuff away. I know they just gave away a Yeti cooler. And those are always in high demand.
Gave away a couple of Weber Fat Boy charcoal grills. I mean, we really appreciate the support of Sprankles, and go down there and check them out. So Mars has taken the lead, 13-12, but Buhite gets a kill for the Riverhawks to retie this game, or retie this set, excuse me, at 13 apiece. And Buhite will head to the line.
The pendulum continues to swing towards equilibrium here, Josh. Back and forth, but these teams keep on tying it up.
And Rosenberger was there, but Tomsick able to dig it out. And here's Andrew Riska across Kioski with the dig. And Feliciano going to try it, but blocked up by Tomsick. Rosenberger, and he's long right there off the line, Judge. So the point goes to Fightin' Planets, and they are back on top by a point here, 14-13 in this third set.
And you got Tomsick back at the service line here, Josh. He's been doing some work from that area here tonight.
Well, Mitchell getting the setup right there from Signs, but that one into the net, attack error by Mars. So we are tied once again. Rosenberger with the serve. Excuse me, got that little hiccup there. And Claypool sends it across, Signs with the dig. Owens to Riska, and he's going to be way long on that attack. So Riverhawks catch a point right there. Nathan Rosenberger heading to the service line. Well, Armstrong definitely putting up a better fight in this third set than they did in the second. Here's Mitchell, and Good dig right there by Rosenberger. Owens back set to Riska, and he's into the net. So another point for the Riverhawks here. A little momentum. Uncle Mo maybe putting on his slippers.
Heading next door.
And just going to shuffle across here to the Riverhawks sideline. Uncle Mo, he moves slowly sometimes.
Yeah, but sometimes he can be in a hurry.
That's true. Oh, and that is going to be out, played across behind the pin right there. So out of bounds by Mars. Armstrong back up by 3. And a service error by Rosenberg. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that one just outside that line on the inside of your screen here, on the near side of your screen, rather.
I can see Armstrong boys varsity basketball coach Brian Kovalofsky peeking in here, checking it out. I know the Riverhawks boys basketball team over there in the auxiliary gym working hard. And good rally here, and free ball played across it. Kioski up to Toy. Hiles just going to push it. Ooh, finds a spot as Colton Riska unable to get there with the right hand. So the Riverhawks back up by 3. Sent across here by Yancey. And here's Owens from the back row, and just a hammer shot off the block of Jackson Claypool and out of bounds. So big point there for Mars as Andrew Riska going to head to the service line. And Riska to Feliciano. Toy back to Feliciano. Owens signs back to Owens here. Good block by Claypool, and he's there again, but Mars able to keep it alive.
Oh, man, what a rally, Josh.
I'll tell you what, Colton Riska, you know, from that libero position, almost in the back row, and sends it across right there and able to get the kill. That's a big, big kill for Mars here. Got to keep it close as the, you near 20 on the scoreboard. You don't want to get down.
Yeah, that 3-point lead Armstrong held just a minute ago, whittled down to 1.
So Riska across to Yancey. Toy setting up Feliciano, blocked up by Mitchell. And Claypool there as the back row dig, from Riska went long. Jackson Claypool right at the net, able to pound it down into the court. Riverhawks back up by 2.
Right place, right time.
Feliciano. Oh, and he into the net. Service error. That one hurts if you're Armstrong. You want to maintain service as long as you can at any point in the game, but especially right now in crunch time. Mitchell, good serve across off of Yancey and into the first row of the bleachers here. So Mars reties this set at 19 apiece.
Yeah, I thought for a second that Buhite was going to take a dive into the stands, but decided to save the spectators courtside there.
And this point will go to Armstrong, and a net violation on Ryan Mitchell as he takes a seat. So the Riverhawks up 20-19. Carter Kioski at the line. Andrew Riska, good pass ahead, but Owens nowhere to go right there. As Signs tried the back set to him, and it was off the mark. And we're going to get a timeout here, first of the night by the Fightin Planets. And while we wait for this timeout, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the conclusion of the third set here on High Top Sports Network.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
All right, and we're back here Oh, Feliciano played it off the hands of Tomsik. Buhite somehow able to get it across. Signs runs it down. Owens from the back. And he's going to be long right there. So Mars a little bit out of sorts on that particular point.
Yeah, Armstrong back with that 3-point lead.
Carter Kioski at the line. Riska, 2 signs, going to set up Owens. Feliciano with the dig. That ball across and a point for Armstrong. Double touch on Mars. 23-19 here. The Riverhawks clawing and trying to take this third set, keep this match alive. Back set, Owens way long that time. So now we got set point here in the third, Jake, and similar to that Penn Hills match.
Yeah.
Riverhawks go down 2-0, fighting back.
Yeah, it seems like they play their best volleyball with their backs against the wall here. You're seeing another example against this Mars team.
Well, you said about their resiliency in the open, and they're showing it right now. Oh, Buhite again into the perch.
He held it that time.
He said, the official said, do it again, and you're going to get a knuckle sandwich, young man. A little bit of fun there between the official and Camden Buhite. He looked down at him because Buhite went in there full force, and he had to hang on to the perch there. You know, it's on wheels, obviously, to put it into position. And the official looked down at him and gave him the old fist. He said, one more, pal. So Signs at the line here, down 4. Riverhawks 1 point away from sealing this third set. And Buhite into the net. So the point goes to the Fightin' Planets. 24-21, Armstrong in the lead. Signs, who has been Fightin' Planets' best serviceman this evening. He will continue. Try and get this to 24 all and force some. Oh, and he doesn't. As I said it, commentators curse. That one a service error short and into the net by Signs, and the Riverhawks take set number 3 to keep this match alive. A good bit of stick-to-itiveness there for the Riverhawks. Able to fight back in that third set, and we got about 2 minutes and 40 seconds before we come back for the fourth set. So, while we have a moment, Jake and I will step away here and get some more commercials in, Jake. Well, what do you say?
Just take a quick step back.
Quick step back. Not a quick run back like you did earlier.
No, just a step back.
Just a step back. We will be right back on this evening's Shellhammer Atwood and Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, boys varsity volleyball game night.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood and Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood and Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood and Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
With over 40 years of experience, Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing tables and 3-tier cheeseball cakes. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order, and be sure to check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Mention High Top Sports Network when you book your next event to receive a special 10% discount.
And welcome back. You kind of
got you with the dramatic countdown.
You fooled me with the countdown, Jake. You were like 3, 2, long pause, and I'm like getting ready to talk, and 1.
Gotta keep you on your toes, you know. Gotta keep you.
I am on my toes, Jake, and so are these Riverhawks, able to fight back after dropping the first 2 sets, and it is now 2-1, following an Armstrong win in the third set. And the official having some playful conversation with Camden Buhite, kind of saying to him, hey, man.
If you run into me this time.
Yeah, let's lay off. That's twice he's almost toppled the official's perch here. And Mars will start this fourth set out. This will be Signs at the service line for the Fightin' Planets. And sends it. And that's going to drop in for an ace. Nice placement by Jesse Signs, the senior setter for this Fightin' Planets team. And as I said, right before he ended the third set, he's been the best serviceman for the Fightin' Planets tonight. Gets an ace right there to start this fourth set. Feliciano up into the rafters, and another ace for Signs as Feliciano just popped that one up into the metal, and it bounced backwards behind Dylan Toy, unable to be played.
It's one of those pesky ceiling kills.
Yeah. So Signs with the Fightin' Planets up 2-0. Sends it across. That'll be Yancey ahead to Toy. Here's Buhite off the block. And Owens just going to play it across here. Kioski, Toy, and there's Jackson Claypool, and that is out of bounds point to Mars. Claypool just missed that near sideline here. I mean, that's probably like the width of the ball right there. It wasn't much.
No, not at all. Just barely outside.
So Signs across. Yancey to Toy. Feliciano back row. He will just play it up. Riska, 2 Signs, setting up Owens. Good push. Goes for the back row. Feliciano there. And nothing that Camden Buhite can do off that pass. And the official's looking at him. He said, look, if you're not running into me, you're hitting kill attempts right past my head.
Yeah,
maybe Camden Buhite and this official have some kind of history we don't know about.
Perhaps, saw a little smile from the referee, and then as Buhite got reset there, a little smile back.
So Signs with the Fightin' Planets up 4-0 to start this fourth set. Sets up Owens, and that is a kill right there. Good set by Jesse Signs and Carson Owens. Continuing to be just a kill machine here for the Fightin' Planets. Now up 5-0 to start this fourth set. Not the start Armstrong wanted after that gutsy showing in the third. And Signs all just hit the top.
It's one of those 50-50 balls. Either it ends up on your side or it ends up on the opponent's side.
And we've seen them spin over the top in this match. And that one just didn't. Just a little bit too low. So a service error gets Armstrong on the board. Carter Kioski, first serve of the set for the Riverhawks. That set by Signs is going to be a double, actually called a lift on that. So Kioski will continue to serve here. Waiting for the whistle here, and service. Riska to Signs, and Tomczyk was there kind of in the way of his teammate, and that is going to be a point to the Fightin' Planets as Rosenberger out of bounds. So 6-2 here in favor of Mars in the fourth set. Owens, and he's into the net. Service error for Carson Owens. So 6-3, the Riverhawks down now, and Dylan Toy heads to the line. And Colton Riska head to Signs, and nothing that Tomczyk could do right there as Signs couldn't play it back far enough for Tomczyk to get a good angle on it. It just falls in, so Toy sends one across. Owens in the back row ahead to Signs. Good set right there. Andrew Riska across, dug out by Toy. Here's Buhite into the net and short, so attack error on Camden Buhite. 7-4 now, Mars up. And Tomczyk gonna serve. Kioski. Toy trying to set up Hiles and just too close to the net.
Yeah, no way to get a good angle at that one there, Josh.
Yeah, Josh Hiles maybe should have played it above his head right there, tried to bump it and into the net. So point to the Fightin' Planets. Tomczyk to Feliciano. And just played across by Nathan Rosenberger. Owens from the back row. Signs plays it out of the net. Riska there. Toy Feliciano and Hiles will play a free ball across Owens. Signs, back row, Owens into Feliciano's dig, and Owens plays it as the ball comes across. And we're going to get a double touch on Signs as he was kind of moving back, and that's when you kind of get out of position. You get the right hand before the left hand. Easy call for the official right there on the double touch by Jesse Signs. So Buhite will serve for Armstrong here. That's Owens, and he just pops it up to no one as Colton Riska was trying to go all the way around to get to it, and that one falls in. So the Riverhawks fighting back. They were down 5-0, Jake. Now down just 2. At 8-6, Buhite serves. Owens to Signs. Here's Mitchell into the block of Rosenberger, and it falls in for a point. And Tyler Robb will head to the line for Mars. Feliciano ahead to Toy. Back to Feliciano. Good kill attempt blocked out of bounds by Signs and Mitchell. So Feliciano will record the kill for Armstrong as Nathan Rosenberger heads to the service line. Riverhawks down 9-7 here in this fourth set. And Riska off the pin, and that is out of bounds. So the Riverhawks just continuing to claw their way back, Jake. Now down just a point here in the fourth, a chance to tie it up.
Yeah, the Fightin' Planet started off so strong with that 5-0 beginning, but great job by Armstrong. You know, I called him resilient. I'll call him resilient again. Just fighting their way back.
That serve by Rosenberger came up short, hit Hiles in the back, and Hiles turned around and just kind of gave Rosenberger a look as he came off the court, like, come on, man. Here's Feliciano, and he's long on that attack, so point to the Fightin' Planets. They are back up 3 following that service error and attack error by the Riverhawks. To the line will be Andrew Riska. And Feliciano wisely lets that one sail out of bounds on the near side here. And Feliciano's had a couple of those 50-50 balls today not go his way, and a couple that have gone his way.
Ain't that why they call it the great 50-50?
I guess so. Signs all the way across to Owens. He's going to get a kill off the hands of Yancey. That had some sauce on it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you touch that ball, that's going in a way that you can't predict.
Yeah, for sure. That was a great set by Jesse Signs, too, all the way across. And right on the hand of Carson Owens for yet another kill. And Mitchell, that might have been out of bounds. Played by Buhite nonetheless. Free ball sent across by Dylan Toy. And bumped too far by Andrew Riska. So Armstrong going to get a chance. Feliciano going to get a kill. And that's a mistake by the Fightin' Planets right there, as Andrew Riska tried to pass it up from the back row and just bumped it across and allowed Armstrong to get set up. So Riverhawks back to within 2. Feliciano will serve. Owens to Signs. Back to Owens. Push. And that is off Jackson Claypool. And what a good job by Carson Owens to stay out of the net as he was going, you know, flying towards it and able to come down and just kind of do the limbo, Jake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great body control there.
That's
by
right.
Owens.
I said limbo.
It's probably a high top first.
Do people do the limbo anymore?
Only if you go on a cruise ship.
Oh, man. Riverhawks going to get a break right there. Miscommunication by the Fightin' Planets. I kind of remember, like, when I was a kid that, like, limbo was a thing.
It was kind of cool when I was growing up, but
I don't know.
I don't hear about it anymore.
I don't think people do it at their parties anymore.
No. The only time I hear about it is on a cruise ship, which I have never partaken in.
If you still limbo out there, let us know.
Yeah, let us know how low you can go.
Well, Connor Thompson going to get a kill right there as that one goes through the block of Nathan Rosenberger. And Mars, they're hanging on to that lead. Riverhawks keep drawing it close, and then the Planets will get one. Here's Owens. Kioski to Toy. And Buhite. Oh, that's going to be in.
Oh, yep.
And it is called out of bounds.
That is just
behind the pin, and I'll tell you what, the Armstrong line judge actually called it. And that was the right call, I think, played by Buhite just kind of around the pin on the outside. And it fell in, but right call there. And Rosenberger can't handle the set from Dylan Toy. So the Fightin' Planets back up 5 here, 16-11 in the fourth set. Planets looking to even their overall record on the season at 3-3. Buhite into the block. And somehow Rosenberger gets a fingertip on that and able to get it over the middle block of Connor Tomsick for a Riverhawks point.
Little finger roll there.
I'm telling you, he got about maybe 2 fingertips on that thing, just enough to change his direction and give it a little bit of a push over Tomsick's block. And that serve is going to be long by Dylan Toy. A little frustration there by Toy, frustrated with himself after that serve. And Planets back up by 5 as Connor Tomsick heads to the line. Service by Tomsick. Kioski plays it ahead to Toy. Hiles blocked. And that was Mitchell and Tyler Robb right there. Good wall by the Fightin' Planets. And it comes down on the Riverhawks side of the court.
Yeah, and there was just nobody home on that back row there. Everybody kind of played up a little too much, and no credit to the Fightin' Planets there. Took advantage of that and got a point, but give it right back off the serve there, Josh.
Yeah, service error right there by Connor Tomsick. Too long. That'll bring Camden Buhite to the line for the Riverhawks. And Buhite, he's going to be long. So back, trading service errors are these two teams right here. 19-13 Mars ahead in this fourth set. Robb to Feliciano. Toy back to Feliciano. A little push, but Robb is there. Mitchell bumps it. Owens just plays it across. Buhite pass ahead to Toy. Feliciano going to get another chance. Dug out by Owens, and they're going to set him up from the back row, and he is going to miss it off the set from Signs and into the Armstrong bench for a Riverhawks point.
Yeah, that one kind of looked like it hit off the outside of Owens' hand there. Definitely didn't get the angle he wanted on that one.
Yeah, you saw as soon as he hit it, when he landed, he just threw his head back. He knew he missed it. So Nathan Rosenberger to serve here for Armstrong. Owens, Signs, Andrew Riska blocked by Jackson Claypool. And here's Owens from the back row, a little push across. And Buhite trying to set up Feliciano, and Jackson Claypool, little miscommunication there. And that one will fall in. And Mars, first team to 20 here in this fourth set. As Andrew Riska going to serve. And Toy setting up Hiles. He's off the block of Mitchell, and it falls in. So the Riverhawks get service back down 5 here. Jonathan Yancey checking back into the game to serve.
Yeah, Yancey, one of the stronger servers for this Armstrong team, had a really good game against Penn Hills.
Mitchell there, and guess who else is there? Jackson Claypool, number 10 for the Riverhawks, getting both hands up and shutting down that attack from Ryan Mitchell. So point, an important point.
Yeah, and Claypool, one of those young players on this Armstrong team with a lot of potential, listed at 6'5" as a sophomore. Lots of room to grow for that young man.
So Riverhawks down 4 here. Yancey trying to keep the run going for Armstrong. Signs setting up Owens, and dug out by Yancey off the ceiling. Able to be played, and just Feliciano just long right there. And give credit to Dylan Toy. He played it off of one of those big air vents up there. And Feliciano just missing with that attack. So Mars now 4 points away from taking this match. Mitchell with the serve, and he's long.
Yeah, smart decision there by Carter Kioski just to kind of matrix his way, sidestep out of the way, give Armstrong the serve back here.
So Feliciano will serve for the Riverhawks. Little lob serve there. And Mars just going to have to play a free ball across, and Both Owens and Riska went for it, and they kind of, I think, hit each other when they went to hit the ball. And it sails out of bounds here on the near side, on Armstrong's side of the net. So Feliciano continues to serve. Owens signs, and Tomczyk just had to play it with the left hand across. Toy setting up Claypool. That's a kill for Jackson Claypool. Riverhawks back to within a couple.
Resilient.
Hey, man, that's the word of the night for this Riverhawks team. Is, you know, they look completely outmatched in that second set, and able to fight back, take the third, and now just a couple of points down here in the fourth. Feliciano serves Owens to Signs, back to Owens, and that's a kill for Carson Owens off the block of Camden Buhite and out of bounds.
Yeah, and you've seen it all night, but really down the stretch here in this fourth set, this Mars team just trying to feed it to Carson Owens. And that time a successful feed as they get the point in the serve back.
Well, dance with the one that brung you.
Exactly.
Carson Owens has brung it tonight. Signs at the line here, sends it across Feliciano. Just playing, and he's going to be just long right there. Tough point for the Riverhawks to drop. Mars just a couple away from taking this match, evening their season record at 3-3. Jump serve by Signs, and Feliciano plays it. And Kioski going to have to play a free ball, gets it across. Same deal with Mars, free ball, Kioski, Toy, Buhite, and a dig from Andrew Riska in the back row. Signs bump set to Owens, and guess what? That is a kill for Carson Owens, the story of the night, and it is match point here. Fightin Planets one away from capturing victory here this evening. So Signs will serve. Gets it across. Yancey back row. Ahead to Toy, setting up Buhite. Good dig by Colton Riska, but unable to be played by the Fightin Planets as Colton Riska tried to dig it out and play it up to Jesse Signs, but too long. So Riverhawks with their back to the proverbial wall here, Jake.
Seems to be when they play their best, though, Josh, so certainly nothing written in stone yet.
Kioski, good serve. Signs back set. Owens just played across. Yancey to Toy. Here's Buhite into the perch again once more.
This time with a little less momentum, though.
And Owens comes up short there. He tried to push it across instead of taking a swing at it. And right now, the official says, I don't want any more help. I can fix it myself.
Buhite with a little, I don't know, I'm trying my best to avoid it. Kind of shoulder shrug there.
Oh, and another mistake by the Fightin Planets as that pass from the back row too long, and we're going to get a timeout here by Mars. The Riverhawks down just 2 now, and we're going to stick around here. And again, this evening's broadcast presented by TGIF Solutions, the official social media sponsor of High Top Sports Network and the home of the Shellhammer Atwood Agency, can assist you and your loved ones with any insurance need, big or small. TGIF Solutions specializes in all types of insurance, auto, home, family, business, farm, and commercial. Visit tgif.solutions. TGIF Solutions, insurance that's right for you now and in the future. Jake, we'd also like to thank Vicelli Pizza. Check out Vicelli's new Peaches on Pizza. That's a lot of P's, so sorry for that mic pop. Peaches on Pizza has mozzarella cheese peaches, 2 kinds of pepperoni, and jalapenos.
Ooh, sounds right up my alley.
So here we are at match point. And Owens trying to end it, and he does. Mars victorious this evening. 3-1. Take the match here over the host Riverhawks and this evening's TGIF Solutions player of the game. Jake, I don't think there's any
that's an
debate.
obvious one here, Josh.
Mars's Carson Owens. Just a dominant offensive performance by the Fightin Planets senior outside hitter. I would love to get his final kills number because I'll bet you it's over 20. I'll bet you it's over 20. And, I mean, you put 20 kills on the board in any match, I mean, that's just
It's a good sign.
that's just solid. And you know what? When they had a chance to get their offense set up and get him set up, I mean, his misses were few and far between. So our TGIF Solutions player of the game goes to Mars's Carson Owens. Congratulations to that young man and to the Fightin' Planets as they take a victory over Armstrong tonight in this non-conference matchup. Riverhawks now fall to 2-3 on the season. Their 2-game winning streak is snapped. And Mars evens their season record at 3-3. So Jake, your initial thoughts here? You know, the Riverhawks, they showed some guts there in that third set especially, and even in this decisive fourth set, you know, they start out down big and able to claw their way back. They were within 24-22 there coming out of that Mars timeout, but Owens with the match-sealing kill. Just tell me what you're seeing out of this Riverhawks squad here 5 games into the season.
Yeah, you know, I see a lot of fight. I see a team that, you know, and this always, you know, maybe isn't always the best case scenario, but they play really hard with their backs against the wall, playing down 2-0. You saw them nearly push it to another 5th set here tonight after pushing Penn Hills to 5 and then eventually winning that game. But I see a team that wants to go out there and compete. They don't quit until the final whistle is blown, or in this case, electronically sounded. But yeah, just a resilient team that's still trying to find their bearings. You know, but early on in the season, a 2-3 record after missing all of last year, and you know, like we talked about earlier and in our previous broadcast, a little green behind the ears. You know, I think you got to be pretty happy if you're Armstrong right now. You know, that timeout so crucial for Mars there. You know, whenever they were up 24-22 in that 4th set, gave them a chance to kind of talk things over, and you know, to no surprise, they find Owens on the match point. But yeah, I think if you're Armstrong, you got to hold your head up high. You know, you coming off of winning 2 out of your last 3, including this one. So no pause for alarm. You got Penn Trafford, it looks like, tomorrow on the road before taking on Hempfield. I believe that will be on Thursday, which we'll have that game here on High Top Sports Network. But yeah, you know, busy week here, so no time to really dwell on this one as you got a game tomorrow.
Yeah, great call, Jake. And you know what? This is I got to tell you, this looked like a completely different team than the one that we saw against Plum not that long ago. And that's a credit right there to Armstrong first-year head coach Greg Hedgeland and his assistant coach Dakota Fickus. I mean, you know, Coach Hedge, he's trying to build a program here. He's trying to instill, you know, work ethic and an understanding that, look, you know, you guys aren't the most experienced team. You know, you're not the most, you know, well-versed in the game. You know, he was telling me before that Plum game, look, we're changing our rotation an hour before the game. And I got to get these guys to just even understand what position they're supposed to be in, because Coach Hedgeland and Coach Fickus, you know, they're trying to fit those puzzle pieces into the right spots. And I think you're seeing an improvement every match out here for this Riverhawks team. So credit to Coach Hedgeland and Coach Fickus, you know, for doing that. And also, I think, instilling a little bit of confidence in these guys. Like, hey, guys, look, you're playing against teams, you know, you're playing basically a classification too high. Armstrong has a co-op with Freeport. We have no Freeport students on the roster. So because of that co-op, you know, they're playing 3A when they really should be, you know, a 2A school playing basically a section match tonight instead of non-conference. That is not an excuse. And Coach Hedgeland is told me that, look, even though this is the way things should be, or maybe we think they should be, it's not an excuse. We're going to go out there and give it our all every night, and to mold these young players that don't have a lot of varsity experience, that basically have none, you know, being able to mold them game in and game out the way that Coach Hedgeland and Coach Fickus have done over these first 5 matches. I mean, I'm impressed. You know, just the improvement that they've made in my eyes from that Plum match to this one. Like I said, it looks like a whole different team. And, you know, they dropped that Plum game in 3 sets, and I thought, boy, this is going to be a long season for them. But you know what? Give credit to these players out here, too, for believing what the coaches are telling them, and they're getting some positive results out of that. So I'm interested to see, you know, how this team progresses as the season wears on, it doesn't seem, even after this loss, like you said, Jake, keep your head up high if you're Armstrong. It didn't seem like any one of them was disappointed. Yeah, they're disappointed with the loss, of course, but it wasn't like the body language didn't betray any deeper problems, I don't think. So looking forward to seeing them against, who did you say on Thursday, Hempfield?
They got Hempfield Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to seeing these Riverhawks, see how they rebound against Hempfield at home. Penn Trafford on the road tomorrow. So busy week, as you said, for these Riverhawks. But Armstrong falls tonight 3-1 to the visiting Mars Fightin Planets. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Thanks so much for tuning in here to High Top Sports Network. Check us out all week long, weather permitting, of course. We'll be out at the baseball and softball fields in the area. Make sure you check in daily on our Facebook page. Search High Top Sports. On Twitter at hightop_sports, or, of course, www.hightopsportsnetwork.com. Again, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. And we hope you stay safe out there and have a wonderful evening. For Jake DeLuca, my name is Josh Schreckengost. We'll see you next time.